Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing a sick movie called Silent Night. The actor is Joel Kinnaman. The movie has been produced by a sick producer called John Woo. We all know how sick and violent John Woo production can be. Two gangs were fighting on the streets of Texas, and then they were exchanging fire, and then the boy got killed in a crossfire exchange, sadly. So at the beginning of the movie, you could say his dad chasing the Mexican gang, because obviously it's a hood where you have so many streets. So obviously they will keep going around shooting each other. So the dad chased them. When I say chase them, he didn't use his car or moped, bicycle, whatever. He was chasing them bare feet. So if he didn't have any weapon, a type of situation where you are shocked because your son just got killed in front of you, and then the only thing you can do is to run after the people that kill your son. But they didn't purposely kill the son though. They were just shooting anywhere, everywhere, and then one of the bullets hit the child. So that chased them, chase, and then it came to a point. I think he had like a bat, and he was at a junction, I think behind a house. So the car was about to turn, and then he hit the car. I think that was an accident that was caused. So the gang members saw that there was a guy after them. So obviously they chased him. The dad was running, and then they were shooting him. So I think he ended up getting a bullet on his back. He fell, and then the guy came, he didn't have a marks on. He came, and then close range, he put a gun at him and then shot his neck. They took him to hospital. He was half dead, and then they ended up removing the bullet, and the guy lost his voice. Yeah, he lost his voice. So the best part of that movie, guys, that will blow your mind if you watch that movie. The best part of that movie, see all these things that I have been explaining to you, the scene, there was no a single voice. When I mean voice, I mean like your vocal. It wasn't verbal at all. You could hear noises, gunfire and stuff like that, but you couldn't hear anyone speaking. And then from the beginning of the movie to the end, there was no vocal. I was like, wow, wait, hold on a minute. It's only when I got to the 30th minute, yes, I think so, around like 30 minutes later, I was like, oh wait, I haven't heard anyone speak in the movie. How did they do that? And then I was so concentrated. I was so focused. I'm like, how did they do that? No one was talking in that movie until the end. I'm like, okay, let's wait. Maybe by the end, someone's gonna say something. And no one talks. No one talked until the movie was finished. Anyway, at the end, I'm gonna rate the movie out of 10. So after the hospital, obviously he came back home. He couldn't talk. His wife was trying to talk to him. He didn't reply. He didn't respond to his wife. So both were talking by testing each other in their house. Bear in mind, he never possessed a gun before. He never had a gun before. He never shot with a gun before. So he went to a shooting training as well. He went for a shooting training. He trained himself. So he kept training. How to use knife, how to do punches, how to do kicks, how to use all type of defensive equipment. So he came to a point where he told his wife to go out of the house. He told her to go because obviously he didn't want the gang to come to the house and then look for her and kill her, because obviously he wants revenge. So he decided to go for the gang members as well, because bear in mind, he called the police and the police couldn't do nothing. They were scared of the gang. So he went himself there, got in. So guys, have in your head a type of John Wick shooting. The way you get all this violence and shooting and action in John Wick, like I would say John Wick 1, is exactly the same. It was mad. So he got into that building. The building was full of gangs. Oh my lord, shooting everywhere. Obviously he had his bulletproof vest, so they were shooting. And then the good thing about that movie as well, it wasn't, as I told you guys, he did some training. So it wasn't something like in the other movies where he can shoot, he can fight. His shooting wasn't good, his fighting wasn't good as well. You could see that obviously he did practice. So they made that movie in a way that it seemed so real. And there was no one talking, because as I said, he lost his voice. Because obviously they shot his neck, and that caused him his voice, so he couldn't speak. And at the end, there was a policeman, the inspector that I was speaking to. No, not speaking to, but there was an inspector that was after those gangs as well. So he came, because obviously the way the inspector came is just that he sent so many pictures to the inspector to show the inspector obviously where he was going that night. So the inspector came in that building as well to help him by receiving so many shots, so many bullets. So I don't know whether he survived or not. Did he survive? I'm sure at the end he was on the floor. He was lying on the floor. But I don't know if he was dead, because the inspector got shot as well. Both got shot. Both were on the floor fighting for their life. But I don't remember whether he died or not. You know what, guys? Go and find out yourself. Go and find out yourself. That movie is sick. One of the best movies I have watched this year, and I think it was released in 2022. So my rating out of 10 will be 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Thank you guys for listening. Go and watch that movie. Peace out.